Louder, please. Louder.
Welcome to the Troop 455 February Court of Honor. I am Anderson. I will be your MC tonight. Our scout oath has been Michael, and our scout dog has been Benny. Tonight, ensuring the fire of our Court of Honor burns true, we will bestow upon it 3 aspects of scout spirit. Ahem. True leaders, or true leader affiliates.
From the Scorpion Patrol, I bring DDB College, Country, and to the Scout Law.
This way, Monkey Patrol, I bring the duties of the people at all times. For Moose Patrol, I'm Sawyer, and I bring the duty to keep ourselves physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
I'm now going to hit a blaze to from the fire. Imagine this. Our Chaplain Day Owen will now offer the invocation.
God of the mountains and hills, make me tall and strong, tall enough and strong enough to right some wrong. God of the stars, make me steadfast and sure. God of every lake and sea, flow through my life and make it clean. God of the trees and wood, keep me fresh and pure. God of the rain, wash my dirt and stain. Pure and strong, let me remain. God of the seed and soil, hey, in my heart thy love. God of the darkness and day, the shadow or light, you might guide. Guide thou my way. God of the radiant sun, light thou my life. God of the glorious dark, make every day this fresh start. God of evening peace and quiet, give me fear and strength. God of carefree birds sing my heart. God of surging waves and sea, wide horizons give to me. Help me to see the world as thou would have it be. God of the lovely rose, give me lovely too. God of the morning dew, sweet and new. God of the growing things, give me moving.
Will Brooks will now share with us the last from Baden Powell. Well,
If I may, everybody, louder! You can't be heard.
you must speak with great loudness to your voice.
Baden Powell's last message to Boy Scouts. Dear Scouts, if you've ever seen the play Peter Pan, you will remember how the pirate chief was always making his dying speech because he was afraid that possibly when the time came for him to die, he might not have time to get it off his chest. it is much the same with me. And so, although I may not at this point, this moment, dying, I shall be doing so one of these days. I want to send you a parting word of goodbye. Remember, it is the last you will ever hear from me, so think it over. I have had a most happy life, and I want each of you to have a happy life too. I believe that God put us in this jolly world to be happy and enjoying life. Happiness does not come from being rich, nor merely from being successful in career, nor by self-indulgence. One step towards happiness is to make yourself healthy and strong while you are a boy, so that you can be useful and so you can enjoy life when you're a man. Nature study will show you how beautiful and wonderful things God has made, and in the world for you to enjoy. Be content with what you've got and make the best of it. Look on the bright side of things instead of the gloomy one. But the real way to get happiness is by giving out happiness to other people. Try and leave this world a little better than you found it, and where when your turn comes to die, you can die happy and feeling that at any rate you've not wasted your time and you've done your best. Be prepared in this way to live happy and die happy. Stick to your scout promise, always, even after you cease to be a boy, and God help you do it. Your friend, Baden Golly.
Thank you, Will, for this marks the 111th year of scouting, Boy Scouts. Now the Scouts BSA, our scouts have worked very hard to and prepare themselves. In May, your SPO Jack Merlin will now share with us the methods of scout advancement.
So there are 4 steps of a scout advancing to the next rank in your scouting career. First, they learn the skills at hand by the older scouts, by the patrol leaders, by the SPL, and then they are tested and they master those skills on camping trips, outings, whenever we go and practice those skills in real life. Next, and up until this point, it is all taught by scouts and practiced by scouts, and then step 3 is where the adults come in and give a Scoutmasters Conference and a board review, seeing if they actually learn those skills, and if the older scouts were successful in teaching them those skills, then they earn the rank, the next rank of their scouting career, and then they are finally recognized at the Port of Honor. So this is the process in earning the next rank in scouts.
At this time, we will now recognize our scouts for their efforts. Jack will announce rank advancement earned since the last Code of Honor in December.
So I'm going to be
will you please present? You're going to present the merit badges?
Starting with Parker Pate, who has earned archery, digital technology, and that's it. See you here?
He may be here later.
Okay. All right. James Hester, rifle shooting. Would you like to?
Surya Miyake, geology, nuclear science.
Zach Strange, rifle.
It's supposed to be shotgun, but oh well.
Lawson Crutcher has earned automotive maintenance.
Zach Strange, art.
Nick Anthony has earned shotgun shooting.
And Wiley Long has earned fingerprint merit.
Anderson Smith Cody has earned Paul Bunyan Woodsman World Conservation Award. And architecture, painting, plumbing, and welding.
Our very own Connor Sharp has earned his in the world.
Jack Pilger has earned
Now we're going to go. We're going to be going into rank advancement, and
Which will be done by Lawson Clutcher, please.
Lawson, do not mispronounce anybody.
I'll try.
Not.
So, the first rank is to Jack Pilger for Life Scout. Also, I'd like to take this time to welcome Jack to the troop. So, welcome, Jack. The next rank is to Cole Regna for Life's first class. That's all for ranks.
Congratulations, Scouts. At this time, we would like to share a little bit about the outings that we have on.
Sorry, I forgot this one, guys. Jack Merlin has earned his 21st Silver Eagle Palm.
Also, boy, Sean has earned his cyber chip.
A little bit about the outings we have recognized and outings we have coming up. Nick will now tell us a little bit about winter camp. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Nick Anthony, and this December, as per our usual routine, we went to winter camp at Bird Adams. So if you've never been to winter camp, it's a couple days after Christmas. Usually we go around the 26th or 27th. It's literally summer camp in winter. And you go up there, and it was shorter this year. It was only 3 days of learning, so only 3 merit badges for each scout. We went up there, and we usually stay in the adventure campsites, which cost a bit more, but are also a bit more comfortable we had a lot of fun. I think we all earned some merit badges. I recognize only a handful of people here that went. I'm not sure if everybody here went. But we had Jack working as a steward in the kitchen, so we had a lot of fun with him. And I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. I prefer it to summer camp. And if you didn't go this year, go next year. Yeah, you'll get nothing.
Now Wiley will tell us about the day hike from January.
Alright.
Alright, for the day hike, we went to the, I think it was Chattahoochee, and we went around. It was like a quick, 4-mile hike, but it had really nice views, and it was fun getting to, be with everyone and nice hiking. But, yeah, it took a little bit to communicate.
The bamboo.
Okay, there's a bamboo forest in the middle there. I think we had 5 people go. Walking, and yeah, it was mostly a pretty fun hike. It was a good time to communicate. Yeah.
Now Cole and Benny will show us about the Piedmont Park orienteering outing in January.
So a few weeks ago, we went to the Piedmont Park and had our orienteering course, which is a requirement for first class rank. And we started off at the bridge by Monroe, and we had a checklist that led us across Piedmont Park, and we used our compass to navigate through the park.
Yep, so it was, I believe, the same day as the day hike. It was coordinated with Troop 29. And so we navigated around the park, going over the bridge, over the dog park, going through the athletic oval, going past tennis courts and the bocce ball pit. And, well, alongside that, we also taught methods of how to measure distance using, the stick method and the felling method.
It was a fun outing.
Well done.
Thank you very much for Benny for that. Order of the L representative will tell us about a little bit about what's happening, what's happening and what's been up with the Order of the L.
Howdy, folks. Time for another OA court report. For the one or two of you who don't know what the OA is in this room, because I've been over this several times, it's pretty much a Boy Scout Honor Society that we have monthly meetings for. For all OA members, there's a meeting this week, Thursday. It's going to be in person, hopefully. So be there. Anyway, we have a few events coming up. So this month, I believe we have Spring Gathering, sometime this month or next month. And then we also have Conclave, which is a much bigger event where all the OA groups from across Georgia, also a little bit into Alabama and Florida, all get together at one campsite and have pretty much a big gathering. So it's going to be a good time. I don't know how we're going to do it with COVID, but we'll see. However, the events should happen, and Spring Gathering, you can sign up for it right now if you're in the OA. So check the OA website for any details about that. With that, that concludes my OA court report.
We also have a lot of fun to look forward to. Speaking of the shooting sports outing coming up this month, is Isaiah.
We're looking forward to the shooting outing. We're looking to see many of y'all there. The campsite, the state park we'll be camping at is Chattahoochee Bend State Park in Newman, Georgia, at the Tom Lowe Shooting Grounds. It is an option of a 2-night camping outing based on your schedule because you know COVID, everybody's a different schedule now. It's an option of 1 night, as we all know. Tenting arrangements and cooking arrangements will all be individual. We will be getting there on Friday and then to set up and then start shooting by 10 a.m. The next morning. And that's basically all I have to say about the shooting. If you have any more questions or details, ask me or Mr. Sharp. And it's meant to be safe and have fun. And that's it.
Now we'll be talking about our Scout Olympics outing, and first we'll be talking about that. Nobody guessed it, but it's going to be me, of course. For that outing, we're going to be having a joint outing with the Webelos, and we're going to do some fun games. We're going to have different groups of some experienced scouts and some younger scouts and some of the Webelos joined together. So we're going to have temporary level patrols, and we're going to be playing lots of fun games, learning some skills for the Webelos, and it's going to be a good thing where we all get to come together and kind of talk to the Webelos and make sure that they will join Troop 55, because that's obviously the best troop out of them, out of all of them. So we're going to be doing that with them, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to have some people teaching, and I think it's going to be a fun outing for all of us. Mr. Sharp, do you have any announcements or anything?
I do have a few. General announcements. We've already talked about the shooting outing that's coming up this weekend. COVID protocols will be in place, so solo tenting, solo camping. There's additional information that's going out to everyone who's registered for that outing. So just pay attention to the registration. There will be an individual release form that needs to be signed for those going to the shooting outing. And one thing is, the shooting outing is here in Atlanta. It's southwest Atlanta, near I-285 and I-20 West. It's very conveniently located. It can be done as a day trip. If there's a reason that someone can't make it for the camping on Friday or Saturday, or if you want to do the activity and then the camping on Saturday, or the camping the night before and then the activity and then not go back, you have options. The troop committee, Dylan Miyake is the chair, and several people in the room are on the troop committee. They've worked very hard through COVID with me to develop structure and support. Brady, David Moore up front, several of the troop committee members have helped to reaffirm things where they're not only on my shoulders or only on the ASM shoulders. And so we have a much more participatory system going forward than what we've had over the last year or so. I think it's going to lead to better operations for the troop. I want to let you know that with some of the things that we've been talking about in scouting, whether it was on the fishing outing or some of the meetings, we've kind of had themes as we've worked through COVID. Right? One of the themes has been emotional well-being, mental health, checking with people that you care about, and even maybe some people you don't know that well, and make sure they're doing okay. We've talked about stewardship a lot. Stewardship, the notion of, I'm only here for a point in time doing what I'm doing with this organization or something else, but I need to leave it better than I found it, whether that's using a trail or a campground or working within an organization. Stewardship is important. We've talked about accountability with the Scouts. Accountability means I might have done something right, or I might have done something wrong. But it is my responsibility for it to do whatever is necessary to correct it and to share that credit with others around me. Accountability. And as you've seen tonight with this presentation of Court of Honor, those of you that have been to Court of Honors many times over the years, we're talking adaptation. This is a new presentation format. Very often, the adults in the room will know this, but the kids, the Scouts, you are everyday learning. You're learning on Zoom, you're learning through reading, you're learning through your friends, your relationships. adaptation has become part of your life. And it is important that we adapt and we grow and we learn, because if you don't grow, if you don't learn, then things will dissipate, they will grow weaker, and the organizations, the friendships, the relationships, your own capabilities will diminish over time rather than strengthen. So tonight, I wanted to celebrate the innovation that we've brought with Anderson's presentation at this Court of Honor, because this is experimental. This is not a format that we've done before. And it was a format originally planned outdoors, but with the weather conditions and such, we brought it indoors. So, adaptation, learning, growth. Those are really outgrowths of the Scout program as well. Each one of you is having fun. Each one of you is building relationships. Each one of you is learning about stewardship, accountability, and learning how to grow. Those are skills that will stick with you through the rest of your life. So I'm very proud to be with each one of you Scouts. I'm very proud to work with each one of your Scouts. I think the world of each one of our Scouts. Anderson, back to you.
Thank you, Mr. Sharp. At this time, Zach Strange will share with us this poem as we come near the end of our program.
With the scent of wood smoke drifting on the air, and the glow of firelight we've always loved to share, visions of campfires all return, and as the logs flame up and burn, we dream of bygone campfires and long for those to come. Tongues of yellow fire flickering up on high, reaching twisting fingers up to a starlit sky. Voices recall songs of old and new, songs once dear to our fathers too, who dreamed of bygone campfires and longed for those to come. Gently dying embers cast a rosy glow, voices slowly sinking to tones so soft and low. Slowly upon the still night air fall faithful voices hushed in prayer, that dream of bygone campfires and long for those to come. Thank you.
And now we have a suddenly quick announcement from Soy Miyake.
Alright, so I just wanted to let everyone know that session 1 for NYLT is starting in May. I just want to get that out there. I want to try and work on this year. One of my goals is to get more people involved with leadership training, so if you guys would look into that, that'd be great.
And Sawyer, since we're on the subject, can you come back up here and could you tell some people what exactly your requirements are for this?
Oh, yes, for NYLT, you have to be 13, ILST trained, and of your first class.
How do you get ISL trained?
ISLT, that's with the troop. We have to get a training session going. For those who have been in the troop as long as I have, you've probably done it. I think we had one a couple of years ago, but
2 years ago.
2 years ago, yes. But yeah, we do need another. Yeah.
Is it all work?
What?
Is it all work?
No, it is very fun.
Sawyer, you're not doing a good job selling it.
How fun is it?
Very fun!
And I feel like I've got to say something about this now. The reason who's not yelling is because of LMLT. I've heard the story of why you can't yell anymore.
Yes.
Color guard, please retrieve them.
All right, color guard, please. Go where you start. Color guard, hold. Color guard, retrieve the colors. Color guard, about face. Forward march. Hold. About face. Scout time.
So everyone, I want to point out, Ms. Brooks has prepared individually serving.
Wait, sorry, Mr. Richard.
Innovation,
No, there's always
adaptation.
There's always innovation.
There's always more. Wait.
That'll be surprised. We're ready for you, baby. Yeah, the flags, you can put those down over there, please. Put them on the ground. No. Gavin, lean against the wall, please. Lean against the wall that I'm next to. Isn't this always a fun adventure with innovation?
Do not let it drop the ground. Don't let it touch the ground. No, it's not. Don't trust that. It'll be here, Steph.
Please wait 1 moment so I can come back. It's a very world. Okay, so can the scouts and guests please join us in Scout Vespers? I know some people know this. Yes, just kind of go along with it.
Softly falls the light of day as our campfire fades away. Silently each scout should ask, have I done my daily task? Have I kept my honor bright? Can I guiltlessly sleep tonight? Have I done and have I dared everything to be prepared?
Everyone,
Back.
Hey, scout attention.
Please.
Hey, signs up.